My name's Maher. I'm originally from Taree, from the Biripi. That's the name of our tribe. Born in 1954, taken away in 1958, returned back home in 1967. My oldest brother, my oldest sister, there were three of us were taken at the same time. I do remember the day they took me. I'll never forget that day. I mean, I was only 4 years old. A woman came to the house. She said, "Oh, we're taking you on a holiday." Old lady. I went on the big steam train, never to return. Taken away to Cootamundra Girls' Home first. Spent 2 years there. Went from there to Kinsler Boys' Home, and that's when it all started. Well, put it this way, it wasn't a home. There was no home, family type of relationship. It wasn't a home at all. It was an institution. There was no love there. There was no Christmas, no Easter, no happy days or anything. We were just brought up in a prison, really, and treated as prisoners. Slavery, because we run that place. We done everything, literally everything. Clean the place up, run the farm. I've got fellows living with me now who was in the boys' home. All he does is clean up. Very clean man, spotless. Goes through the house and just clean. That's all he does, because that's all he's been taught, to be clean. I started off at school in Kinsler Boys' Home itself. They had a school there, just one room. Then we started going to West Kempsey Primary School, and from there to high school. For me, school days were good. You got away from the place. But when you're going back, it's like going back to jail again, it's locked up again, which it was. The first time I realised I had a brother. I met him for the first time at Kinsler. Even to this day, me and my brother are very close, because we went through the same thing. See? And his regret was when he ran away that he didn't take me with him. My auntie came visit us when she could. They tried to get us out of the home, but they wouldn't let us. My grandmother wrote a letter to the Aboriginal Protection Board to try and get me out of the homes. No way. No reason. No. If you didn't do as you're told, you'd get a flogging. We wondered why we got billed rent so much for nothing. So we were sort of scared, really, in a way. 1967, after I actually run away from the boys' home. I started off running away on the railway track. I followed the railway track. Didn't know where it lead to, but I just followed. Train came too. Eventually got a track and sat on the station. And the station master said, "Oh, we're going to get you some help." But he rang the police. Spent the night in the cell, Kempsey lock-up. The next day they came and got me, took me back. And that's when I got a bigger flog. The bashing that I copped from the manager. He was a so-called manager who was supposed to manage the place and protect us. They called themselves Aboriginal Protection Board. He was a man in authority who overstepped that mark. And most of the time he was drunk. He was an alcoholic. A lot of the other boys got bashed by that manager. He was a cruel man. Give me the biggest flogging of my life, stripped me naked, flogged me. I was in bed for a week, bruises all over my back and body and whatever, from head to toe, with 6-foot cane. And first chance I got, knocked on the road, went back home. I didn't know anybody. I went to one of my auntie's place who came and visited us on a regular basis, Auntie Pat. She wasn't home, but her sister was there, Auntie Vilma. I went down to her place, they showed me where she lived. I went down to her place and I had all bruises all over my back. She said, "What happened to you?" I said, "That so-and-so manager at that home got stuck into me." So they went to court and got me out. He actually got the sack because of me. I never went back again. When you meet up for the first time, you didn't know how to react, you didn't know what the response was, you don't know, you never had that mother-son relationship at all. So it was quite numb really. And there was no response, from her, because I suppose she didn't know how to react either. Same as my father, I didn't have a relationship with him too. And when I did, when my brother and myself did start to develop a relationship with our mum, she died. So, here we go again. Identity is knowing who you are and where you came from, your roots. That was taken from us. See, so we weren't brought up we didn't have our identity, we didn't have culture. You know the word assimilate? Try and make us white fellas. That's what they did. They don't told us that we weren't black, they were white. And you're not to mix with any other Aboriginal kids at school. You were to keep to yourself. Taking away everything that's us. I mean, I'm Aboriginal. I was born Aboriginal, so I'm Aboriginal, I'll die Aboriginal, But that's the thing that they try to do, is take everything away from you and replace with the white man's lifestyle. Yeah. Well, I think, for myself personally, is the white race has got a spirit of superiority, always want to be on top. And the Aboriginal people got a spirit of inferiority, always looking down, always feeling bad about themselves. When we went back home, because of the lifestyle in the boys' home, the white man's way of living, that's all we knew. So when we went back to our families, to the Aboriginal way of life, it was a big culture shock to us. We didn't know how to, we didn't know how to react to that. They were drinking and the house was dirty and all this sort of stuff. But that was our mob, and we didn't know how to interact with our own people. So that's one of the big things that struck me severely when I left the boys' home. I didn't know how to react to my own people, mix in. And even today they're a mob, but we're still different. There's no real closeness, as a closely knitted family union should be. It's not there. I don't think it'll ever be there because of the separation we had taken away. Why did they take us away in the first place? And they're saying, it was for our own good. How could you say it was for our own good when they done all those terrible things to us? You couldn't say that was good, you know. Yeah, I think that's the bottom line. Why did this all happen?